Euthypro is a Platonic dialogue that follows a discussion between Socrates and Euthypro. Euthypro stumbles across Socrates at King Acheron's court. Euthypro makes an inquiry about why Socrates is there. Socrates then informs Euthypro of his dilemma. He has been accused of corrupting the youth and not worshiping the gods of the city. Upon explaining his case, Socrates inquires about Euthypro's reason for being there. Euthypro informs Socrates that he is there to prosecute his father. He explains that a servant of theirs killed a slave in a drunken rage, and his father then had the man bound and thrown into a ditch. His father then sent another man to find out what should be done. During this time, the man died from neglect on his father's behalf. Euthypro then says that some believe it is impious for a son to prosecute his father for murder, but their ideas of the divine attitude towards piety and impiety are wrong. Socrates doesn't believe that Euthypro is as aware as he believes concerning what is impious and pious. It is here Socrates decides to show him how unaware he actually is. Socrates then asks Euthypro to define piety. Euthypro then defines piety as what he is doing. Socrates then tells Euthypro that he is giving an example of a pious act, and that is not what he wants to know. He is asking for one definition that will describe and define all pious actions. Euthypro then defines pious as what is dear to the gods, and anything that isn't dear to the gods is impious. Now that Euthypro has given Socrates what he wants, he then shows him how his views and perceptions of piety are flawed. Socrates then refers to a statement he made earlier about the gods being in a state of discord and at odds with each other. Socrates wants Euthypro to see that different gods consider different things to be just, beautiful, and ugly. Therefore, defining pious as what is dear to the gods offers no definition at all, because what one god calls pious, another god may call impious. Euthypro's rebuttal to what Socrates has said is that all the gods would agree in this case. Socrates quickly sees that Euthypro is ignorant to what he is saying, so he continues to explain. Socrates tells Euthypro that where there is piety, there is also justice, but where there is justice, there is not always piety. Euthypro agrees with Socrates along these lines, so Socrates asks to explain what part of the just is pious. Euthypro responds that the godly and pious is the part of the just that is concerned with the care of the gods, while that which is concerned with the care of men is the remaining part of justice. Socrates then shows Euthypro that what he is saying does not make sense. Through this dialogue, Socrates shows Euthypro that he is unaware of what pious is. Euthypro is unable to offer one definition of piety that is consistent throughout. Through this dialogue, Euthypro is made out to be a fool, unable to define the one ideal which is the basis of his entire case.